Vlad, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Nate Pearson, welcome back, mate. Welcome back. Good to see you fighting fit. And, Khalil Lee. Khalil Lee, you're back as well. The boys are back together. Oh, it's going to be a good second half of the season. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 4, Episode 5 of the Toronto Blue Jays, and today we are going to be playing the Indianapolis, what are they called, the Mavericks? I think Indianapolis Mavericks, but before that we have a little bit to catch you up on, and the big news is, look at the injuries, they are much reduced. We pretty much have everybody back, just Alex Reyes that we're expecting back this season, and he's not too far away either, so we're getting back to something that looks like the best Toronto Blue Jays we can be. Now, there's been a little bit that happened since last episode. Let's start by catching you up on the fixtures, and then we'll have a look at the All-Star game. We left off, where did we leave off? Against the Indians, wasn't it? So we beat the Indians 11-1, then we went and lost the next game, and we lost it late. Look at that, 8th and 9th innings, they got the runs to win it. And unfortunately, it's Taylor who we've since dropped out of the Major League team, just because with Pearson coming back, Kay dropped into the bullpen, so this guy dropped out. He should be better than he is. He just doesn't quite get it done for us, so he may even look... I want him to be good because he's Canadian. I do like the idea of having a lot of Canadians in the Blue Jays side, but he's just not doing it for us. And then Junior Fernandez, who is struggling a little bit as a closer. He sort of completed the bottle job for us. So that was that game. Then we played the LA Angels. We won 2 or 3 against them, which was good to see. We then went and played the Oakland A's. We won in the 10th in game 1 of the series. Game 2, the seldom seen bad game for Snell. 4 innings pitched, 7 earned runs given up. Just a bad day for Blake, unfortunately, and we paid the price for that. So it wasn't a great day with the bat, only 6 hits. So everybody might as well suck on the same day if we're going to lose the game anyway. And then we won game 3. Then we played the Yankees. We got swept by the Yankees. Game 1 of the series, look at this, threw it away. 5 runs in between the 8th and 9th innings to make sure we lost that one. And if we go and have a look who was responsible for it, it was the youngster Larkins for the most part. So, yeah, we'll forgive him. He was doing really well until that point. It really did blow out his ERA, to be honest. But he's done really well 4 years in a row in AAA. 3 years in a row in AAA. So he's worth his chance. And that was just a bad day at the office for him, unfortunately. Game 2 here, you can see it was a narrow one. And then game 3, we lost it in the 11th, but we gave up 5 runs again in the 8th innings, which is just infuriating, really. Pearson only went 3 innings in this one. Of course, his return from injury, I think this one was. But yeah, it was Patterson for the most part. 4 runs, 2 of them earned, so it wasn't completely his fault, but... yeah, just a bit disappointing there, really, to have gone and lost that one. Then we played the Mariners in the last game before the All-Star break. We lost game 1, but then we came back, won the last 2 to make sure that we won 6 of 13 since last episode. So not quite 500, but close enough to be acceptable, I would say, certainly in the short term. That brings us to the All-Star game. Now let's have a quick look at how voting finished up here. Maguire finished second amongst catchers. We did have Vlad top of third baseman, despite the fact he's played first base for us most of the season. If you want to have a quick look at this, just give it a quick pause and you can see who else topped the voting. If we need to go down a little bit more here. Starting pitching, Snell and Pearson, and also Halsey ended up in the... So we had 3 of the top 5 in votes for starting pitching, which is quite impressive. And Espinoza did manage to stay in the top 5 for voting of relievers, despite the fact, obviously, he didn't go because he was injured. These were the teams, and we had 6 All-Stars. Duplantier got a first All-Star call-up, and well-deserved. ERA of 2.73 this season for us, a WAR of 2.2. He's having a really good year. Look at that whip, just a smidge over 1. Duplantier is being the pitcher this season I thought he was going to be for the last few seasons. Halsey got a call-up, his second All-Star game in a row, and he's been an absolute star as well in the rotation for us. And also Blake Snell. So we had 3 of our starters in the All-Star game, but Pearson wasn't one of them, and that gives you a rough idea of how good our starting rotation is. We essentially have 4 All-Stars in our starting 5, which is absolutely brilliant. If we go down, who else got a call-up? Reese Maguire got his first All-Star call-up. So that's good to see. And I did miss someone there in the bullpen, and that was Espinoza. Couldn't go. obviously with his injury, but he did get the All-Star recognition. So well done to him. And the only other All-Star we had was Vlad Jr. You'd expect nothing less. He is just, well, he's the best player in baseball, isn't he? Really. So that was who got called in. Now the game itself wasn't really particularly special. That's the Futures game. That's not what we want. We want the All-Star game, which is here. It is here. It wasn't a great day out for Blue Jays. We only had Vlad Jr. He did start the game at third base, got one hit from his 3 at-bats, and that was pretty much it. We didn't get Maguire did not play any part in the game unless I've missed it there, but from what I can see, he didn't take part. And pitching was kind of similar. Duplantier got an innings, didn't give up anything, but that was it. None of our other guys got a mention. So yeah, a quiet day in the game itself for the Blue Jays. Now let's have a quick look and see how everybody's doing at this point in the season. You can see there Snell not in the best of form, but everybody is essentially doing really, really well. I'm quite happy with the pitching. The bullpen could obviously be a little bit better, but we're not doing too badly. And on the hitting side of things, the disappointment is Denny Jansen batting 152 at the All-Star break. That is just outrageously bad. But Rowdy Tellez batting over 300. He looks like he's back to his very best. Vlad Jr., look at that, batting 384. First season for Grosjean's batting 255 isn't too bad either. Inciarte has had a little bit of an uptake in form, but he's still not been particularly good. But Khalil Lee has obviously come in and replaced him quite nicely. So there we go. Again, if you want to have a longer look at that, just give it a quick pause. But let's check these lineups for our game against the Mavericks. And this is it, Khalil Lee, first game back from injury. He leads us off in right field. Bo Bichette bats second at shortstop. It is Vlad Jr. batting third at first base. William McQuaid cleans up at second base. Rowdy Tellez at DH. He bats 5. It is Jordan Grosjean, not in the best form, but he bats 6 at third base. It is Reese Maguire, the catcher, at 7. Matt Beattie in left field at 8. Billy Hamilton, the centre fielder, bats 9. Blake Snell takes the mound, not having the greatest of his seasons. Of course, a free agent at the end of it, so hopefully he'll pick up. And we are up against Adonis Medina. I do love the name Adonis Medina. He has, 460 more or less ERA this season, a whip of 142, ERA plus of 107, a WAR of 1.1. So he's average, I'd say slightly above average perhaps with those numbers. Let's hope he has a below average day. Now, of course, the Mavericks are an expansion team. Is it their second or third season? So they're still finding their feet. You'd like to think that we could beat them. I didn't show you the actual standings, did I, overall? But you could kind of see them over here at the top there. We are still top, about 6 games ahead of the Orioles, I think it is. And we get a leadoff walk there for Khalil Lee. Now it's Bo Bichette coming in. Let's see what he can do. He's batting 251 this season. Not having his best season as Bo, and that is going to be a double play, is it? No, Khalil Lee's quick enough to break that up. And we do still have a runner at first for Vlad Jr. batting 384, the Beast Man, and that is popped up unfortunately. And that will be 2 away as Bo goes back to first, and that is, 2 away. Brings up McQuaid, who is picking his form up recently, batting 226 though this season. Full count, 2 out. And McQuaid strikes out, and that brings the top of the first to an end. And it is Jean Segura leading them off, batting 305 this year, so having a decent time of things. Blake Snell, a full count on the leadoff man. Come on, Blakey boy. That is ripped into left field, and it's going to get to the fence, and it's going to be at least a leadoff double. You could see before the game that Snell is in a frosty streak. He's not in fine form at this point, but we need him to do a little bit better. It's Deutschman coming in now, batting 267 this season. That is surely out at first. Blake Snell does get the out there, 1 away. Runner stays at second, and it's Abraham Toro coming into bat, batting 223 this season. I should say too, a big apology. There was no episode on Monday. And that's gonna drive in a run, isn't it? We're 1-0 down. Blake Snell, what are you doing, mate? It was my wife's birthday on Monday, so if I played baseball on a birthday, I don't think I would be still sitting here a married man today. So apologies, but there was a reason for it. Dustin Flowers strikes out. That's 2 away. And it brings up Joe Rizzo, who's batting 222 this season. There is a runner at second. 3-1 is the count. And Snell gets the ground ball to Vlad. That'll do it. But we do fall behind in the first. Not ideal. Let's see what we can do with the bats. Rowdy Tellez batting 304 this season. Full count. Can we get another leadoff walk, I wonder? Come on, Rowdy. Tellez. He has got our first hit of the game. Oh, no. It's a stunning catch out there. Oh, that's unlucky. Brings up Jordan Grosjean, batting 255, but in a bit of a slump. Let's see what he can do. 0-1 is the count. Grosjean grounds at the shortstop. That'll be 2 away. And it's going to bring in Reese Maguire now, batting 271. His form has dipped a little bit because he had a wonderful start to the season. And his average is just falling away a little bit. And that's going to be caught in centre field, I would imagine that is. And that ends the top of the second. We are still hitless. Just the one walk for Khalil Lee, and Snell to face Tyrone Taylor now, who's batting 254 this season. 0-2's the count. And that gets away from Maguire, but he recovers quickly and does get the out at first, and that is 1 away. Zach McKinstry comes in. He's batting 257 this season. 1-1's the count on him. That's a ground ball to Vlad. This is more like it, Blake. Much, much better. 2 away. And in comes Reese, I guess you'd pronounce that. The catcher batting 251, and 2's the count. And that is out. A slow motion play there, but Bo does make the play, and that'll do it for the second. We're still 1-0 down, but it's Matt Beattie to lead us off, batting 239 this season. 1-2 is the count, and Beattie gets a piece of it. Third base has it, muffs it, and is that going to be an infield hit, I wonder? It is an infield hit, so Matt Beattie gets our first hit of the game. Let's see what Hamilton can do, batting 251 this season. Having a decent year by Billy Hamilton standards. Billy Hamilton hits into a double play. Run, Billy, run! No, what an idiot. And that is a double play, and that undoes the Beattie hit, sorry. And it's Khalil Lee who walked last time up. 2-2's the count. Khalil Lee pops it up, and that'll do it for the third. Or at least for our half of it, and that is... Well, it's not going to plan so far, is it? Let's see what Snell can do to Dawson, who is batting 199 this season. 1-2 is the count, and that is a ground ball to McQuaid over to first, mate. There it is, 1 away. In comes Segura, who of course got that double last time up to lead off their innings, or lead off their game. And that is popped up. It should be a simple catch out there for Billy Hamilton. There it is, and that is 2 away. In comes Deichmann, who is 0-1. 0-1 is the count. That is well hit. It's going to be well caught out there as well. What a catch by Khalil Lee. Oh, it's good to have him back. That'll end the third, and it is Bo Bichette to lead us off. 0-1 today is Bo. 2-1 is the count. Bo pops it up again, and that is going to be caught out there in centre field, and that will be 1 away as Vlad strides into the batter's box. Let's see what he can do. 0-1. 2-1 is the count. Come on, Vladdy boy. Vlad Jr. has popped it up, and that's going to be caught out there again in left field this time. Or by left field, anyway. McQuaid, who's 0-1. He struck out last time, if I remember correctly. 2-2's the count. 2 out, no one on. William McQuaid strikes out again. And that'll do it for the top of the fourth. We are getting run through, aren't we, by their pitcher. It's Toro coming in. He is 1-1 today. Hit the RBI double last time up. Blake Snell sits him down this time. That is 1 away. Dustin Flower, who's 0-1. 2-1's the count. 1 out, no one on. And that should be an easy play there for McQuaid. It is. And that'll be 2 away. And is Blake Snell going to live to regret that first innings, I wonder? Joe Rizzo comes in. He's 0-1 today. 3-1 is the count. 2 out, no one on. Then he walks him. Gives the Mavericks a base runner. Tyrone Taylor, who's 0-1, comes in. 1-0 is the count. That should be caught. It is. McQuaid makes the catch. That'll do it for the fourth. We are still 1-0 down. Only 3 hits in the game. Rowdy Tellez comes in. He's 0-1 today. Full count on Rowdy. Come on, mate. Tellez strikes out again. 1 away for Josh Grosjean, who's 0-1. First pitch swing from him. Can he get anything going for us? Grosjean pops it up. And that'll be 2 away. Going to bring in Reese Maguire now. Again, we're all 0-1, aren't we, so far? Come on, Reese. Come on, mate. Maguire. Run, Reese. No, that's going to do it. And we need this pitcher out of the game, don't we? We need him out of the game. He is absolutely all over us. Snell to McKinstry, who is 0 for 1. 2 and 2's the count on their leadoff man. That is hit into left field. Beatty should have a simple catch. He just strolls over towards it, sticks his glove up, and that is 1 away. Ritz comes in now. He's 0 for 1. 0 and 2's the count. Having Blake. He does. That's 2 away. Only a 4th strikeout for Snell, which is low by his standards. Ronnie Dawson comes in. He's 0 for 1. 2 and 2's the count. 2 out. Make that 3. That ends the 5th. It's still 1-0. It's still 1 hit for us, 2 for them. Beatty, who does have our only hit. Let's see what he can do. 1 and 0 is the count. Matt Beatty. Matt Beatty! It is going to drop in. Just for a second then it looked like it might be flying out of the ballpark, but it stays in. And Beatty has himself a leadoff triple. He goes 2 for 2. And Billy Hamilton, the good news is, can't hit into a double play this time. Excellent stuff from Matt Beatty. And can Billy Hamilton drive in this tying run? He's 0 for 1 today. It's a first pitch swing. Come on, Billy. Hamilton gets it into left field. It's going to be caught. Is it going to get Beatty home? He goes back, he tags up, and he is going to get there. It's a sac fly for Beatty. We tie things up in the top of the 6th. And it's Khalil Lee who is 0 for 1. Does, of course, have that walk as well. 1 and 2's the count. He watches strike 3. That is 2 away, and Bo Bichette, who's 0 for 2, comes in. 2 out, no one on. 1 and 2's the count. Bo Bichette hits it well. Left field is there. Left field makes the catch. And that ends the top of the 6th. But we do tie it up thanks to Matt Beatty with a little bit of a help from Hamilton as well. And it's Jean Segura to lead them off. He's 1 for 2 today. First pitch swing. That's just bunted back to the pitcher. Easy play at first. 1 away. Deutschmann comes in now. He's 0 for 2. 1 and 2's the count. Sitting down Blake. He does. That's 2 away. This is much more like it from Blake Snell. In comes Toro, who is 1 for 2. He does, of course, have that RBI double. That is hit. It's deep. Hamilton's going back. It's over Hamilton's head. And for the second time this game, Toro has a double as he slides into second. Oh, you expect a little bit more from Billy Hamilton out there, but he did his best, I'm sure. All right, it's Dustin Flower who's 0 for 2. 2 out, runner at second. 1 and 2's the count. And that is going to be caught by Beatty, I think. No, it's not going to be caught by Bo. Usain Bolt Bo out there, apparently. And that's the end of the 6th. It's 1-1. It's Vlad Jr. to lead us off. He's 0 for 2 today. 2 and 2's the count. Vlad rips it into left field. And that's going to be a leadoff single for Vlad Jr. You love to see it. And can we work with this now? It's William McQuaid, who is 0 for 2. Full count. Come on, William. McQuaid pops it up. That's going to be 1 away, and Vlad will get himself back to first, I'm sure. Eventually, there he goes. Brings in Rowdy Tellez now. He's 0 for 2 today. Come on, Rowdy. Rowdy Tellez lines at the second base. Vlad gets himself back to first, and that is 2 away for Jordan Grosjean. He's 0 for 2 today. Is he going to... 2 and 2. Grosjean. Is it deep enough to get over centre field? It is! And it's going to be a double for Jordan Grosjean. Is it going to score, Vlad? We've gone for the triple. It's going to give us the lead. It's an RBI double for Grosjean. He gets thrown out at third. I'm not quite sure he wouldn't have just stopped at second. But anyway, we take the lead in the top of the 7th. We stretch with that lead. And it's going to be Blake Snell to Joe Rizzo to lead off this bottom of the innings. He's 0 for 1 today. That's hit into centre field. It should be a simple catch there from Hamilton. It is. And that is 1 away. Snell to Taylor now. Snell's only thrown 83 pitches. Taylor's 0 for 2. 3 and 0 is the count. And that's a walk, which isn't ideal. So runner at first with 1 out. McKinsey comes in. He's 0 for 2 today. 1 and 0 is the count. McKinsey, that should be caught out there by Beatty. It should hopefully keep the runner at first as well. It does. And that's 2 away. Ritz comes in. He is 0 for 2. Full count. Come on, Snell. That is hit. Hamilton's there. Hamilton can't make the play. It's off the wall. Can we stop the run from coming in? Hamilton cannot. And a 2-out double from Taylor reties the game. This time at 2. And it's Snell to Ronnie Dawson, who's 0 for 2. Full count. We really want to end this innings here if we can. We don't. We walk him. There's 2 on, 2 out. And that'll do it for Snell as Denny Tillo comes in. ERA of 291 this year. He's going to face Segura, who is, I think, is it 1 for 3 or 1 for 4? Tillo, first pitch swing up the middle. It should be a simple play at second. It is, and that ends the innings, but not before we lose our lead. We're tied at 2 as we go into the 8th. McQuaid to face their new guy, Dominguez. His ERA is 7.5. So let's hope we can start and get on top of him here. Maguire, as I said, to lead us off. 2-1 is the count. Come on, Reese boy. Maguire gets it up the middle. And that's the first hit of the game for Reese Maguire. And it's a lead-off single for our catcher. It's going to bring in Matt Beattie, who is 2 for 2 today. Full count. What can Beattie do? Matt Beattie strikes out. It's going to bring in Hamilton, who's 0 for 1 with that sac fly, of course. 3-1 is the count. Can Billy Hamilton get himself a walk? He can. And that is now 2 on, 1 out for Khalil Lee, who is 0 for 2. He already has a walk, of course, as well. 2-2 is the count. Khalil Lee strikes out. And it's going to come down to Bo Bichette to see if he can give us this lead back. He's 0 for 3. He's had a bad day. And that day doesn't get any better. And that'll do it for the top of the 8th. It's much, much closer than I thought it was going to be. That is for sure. It's Tillo to face Deutschman, who is 0 for 3. 0-1 is the count. That should be fielded into the shift there. Bo over to first, and that is 1 away. Tillo's one of these guys. We're giving him a chance in the majors this year, and so far, you've got to say, so good. He's doing a decent job of it. Let's see what he can do against Abraham Toro, who is 2 for 3 today. 0-2 is the count. Sitting down, Danny boy. Well, we'll take that. Easy play for McQuaid, surely. There it is. That is 2 away. And is this game going to the 9th? Is it going to extra innings? Dustin Flower comes in. He's 0 for 3. He's going to face Tillo now. 2-2's the count. Come on, Danny boy. Sit him down, mate. There it is. All right, we do go to the 9th. Tied at 2. And it is Vlad Jr. to lead us off against Seth Elledge. His ERA is 1.88 this season, so he's in good form for them. Full count on Vlad. He has 17 saves, no blown opportunities, but there's always a time for a first, isn't there? And Vlad Jr. leads us off with a single into left field. Not the first time he's done that this game. Hit number 50 this season for Guerrero. All right, let's see what McQuaid can do. He's 0 for 3 today and not had a good time of things. And that's not going to improve, I don't think. Is that deep enough to get Vlad to second? Probably not, no, and that is 1 away. In comes Rowdy Tellez. He's 0 for 3 today as well. He's had a poor day. 1-2's the count, and Tellez strikes out again. And we're down to the final out of the 9th. It's Jordan Grosjean, who is 1 for 3. He did score a run last time up. This time he strikes out. And we need to have a no runs conceded innings in the 9th. And it is Junior Fernandez, who has not done the best job closing games out this year. Decent start from Snell. You'd have to say 8 innings, only giving up 2. Fernandez, though, now he's going to face Joe Rizzo, who is 0 for 2. 1-1's the count. Come on, Junior. That is well hit. It is over Hamilton, and is Junior Fernandez going to do this to us again? It is a lead-off triple as Hamilton... Oh, it's not. We got him at third. Well, there we go. Hamilton was doing the old "where's the ball, I can't find it" trick, and we've got him at third. Excellent stuff by Billy Hamilton. Outsmarted him there. All right. Fernandez now to Tyrone Taylor, who's 0 for 2. 0-1 is the count. That should be fielded by Vlad. That is. Fernandez goes over to cover first. That's 2 away. And is this game going to extra innings? It's Zach McKinstry, who is 0 for 3. He's going to face Fernandez. 1-2 is the count. Have him, Junior. Have him. He's got him. Maybe not the strikeout, but Vlad... No, it's not. It's Bo, isn't it? At shortstop. He makes the catch. And that is the end of the 9th. Tied at 2. We do go to extra innings, and it's Reese Maguire, who's 1 for 3 to lead us off against Elledge. First pitch swing, Maguire. Ground ball to second, and that'll be 1 away. All right. In comes Beattie, who is 2 for 3. 1-2's the count. Has Beattie got all these hits out of the way nice and early this game? Beattie gets a piece of it, but again, carbon copy, isn't it? Straight to second base, over to first, 2 away. And, well, is Billy Hamilton going to clear a fence for us? Unlikely. He's 0 for 1 today, I should say. A walk and a sac fly in there as well. And he gets himself a second walk. All right, good job, Billy. Well done, mates. In comes Khalil Lee, who is 0 for 3 to face the new man, Darwinzon Hernandez. 2-2 on Khalil Lee, and Khalil Lee strikes out to end the top of the 10th. All right. In comes Jackson Reitz to face Fernandez. He's 1 for 3 today. First pitch swing. Come on, Fernandez. That's a little swinging bunt. Maguire has it over to first. That is 1 away. It's going to be Ronnie Dawson now, who's 0 for 2 to face Junior. 2-2's the count. Come on, Fernandez. There's a strikeout for you. 2 away. Excellent stuff. Fernandez now to Segura, who is 1 for 4 today. First pitch swing. That is a ground ball there for Vlad, and that will end the 10th. Well, I don't think we'll see anything else from Fernandez, but he's done a good job there. That's much more like it. And it's going to be Hernandez to face Bo Bichette. A chance for Bo to do something useful. 0-2's the count. And Bo, just go sit in the corner, have a think about things for me, mate. In comes Vlad Jr., who is 2 for 4 today. Full count on Vlad. He strikes out as well. And it's Peraza pinch hitting for McQuaid. He's batting .255 this season. Let's see if Peraza can do anything. He can draw a walk, and he's quick as well. Can we work this man around? It is Tellez who is 0 for 4 today. His average has dropped below 300, and Peraza does steal second. All right, come on, Rowdy. Josh Taylor comes in to pitch now. What can Tellez do? Can he get a piece of him? 0-2's the count. Rowdy, don't strike out, mate. He does. And that'll do it for the top of the 11th. It's going to be Fernandez to continue to Deutschman. He's 0 for 4 today. Is Fernandez going a little bit too long here, Bruce Crabb, I wonder? 2-2's the count. And another strikeout for Fernandez. Well, this is wonderful stuff. It's Toro coming in now. He is 2 for 4 today, of course. Both of those hits were doubles. 1-2's the count. And that should be... Peraza at second. Oh, that could be... Are we gonna pay a price for that? Fernandez now to face Dustin Flower, who's 0 for 4. 2-1's the count. That's popped up. It should be a simple catch out there for Billy Hamilton. It is. That's 2 away. Joe Rizzo comes in to face Marshall Kasowski. 1 for 3 is the hitter, Rizzo. We know Kasowski loves a strikeout, and he's got another one there. Well done, Kasowski. That ends the 11th. Let's go to the 12th. It's Josh Grosjean to lead us off. He's 1 for 4 today. Full count on the leadoff man. Can he get himself on base? Grosjean has popped it up. They're coming from everywhere, and it's going to be shortstop that makes the catch in the end, and that is 1 away. It's Maguire who's 1 for 4. Come on, Reese. 1-2 is the count. He strikes out. That's 2 away. And Matt Beattie comes in now. He is 2 for 4 today. 0-2 is the count. Oh, we've forgotten how to hit. That'll do it for the top of the 12th. And Kasowski to continue to Tyrone Taylor, who is 0 for 3. 0-2's the count. Come on, Marshall. Finish this guy down. There it is. A second strikeout for Kasowski. McKinstry comes in. He's 0 for 4 today. 2-0 is the count. 1 out, no one on. That is popped up. Khalil Lee is there. Khalil Lee should make a catch. He does, and that's 2 away. Kasowski to Ritz now, who is 1 for 4 today. 2-0 is the count. 2 out, no one on, and that is a single into left field. The winning run finds itself at first. He's not really going to steal, though, is he? Ronnie Dawson comes in to face Kasowski now. He's 0 for 3 today. 2-2's the count. And Kasowski strikes him out with what looked like a wicked pitch, didn't it? That looked like it had some movement on it. We go to the 13th. Unlucky for some. Denny Jansen's pinch hitting. Well, this is trouble. Come on, Denny boy. You owe us a hit, mate. You owe us a hit. Denny Jansen has popped it up into right field. And that's 1 away. I'm assuming this will mean Inciarte will come in to play centre field. It's going to be Khalil Lee, who's 0 for 4 today. It seems silly to pinch hit Billy Hamilton, who was it 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a sac fly. Plus, if he gets on base, we know he's a rapid runner who can steal. But there's 2 away as Khalil Lee pops it in the right field. It's going to bring Bo Bichette up. This is going to be a strikeout. No, it's not. It's only 1-0. What can Bo do? Bo Bichette! Oh, he's been saving it all up, but in the 13th, Bo Bichette sends it from the ballpark. 375 feet over left field, and welcome back, Bo. And just nice of you to get here. Better late than never. Top of the 13th, and Bo Bichette gets his first hit, and what a hit it is. And Vlad Jr. comes in now to face Taylor. He's 2 for 5 today. 2 out, no one on. 2-2's the count. Vlad Jr. strikes out. But we have a chance to win this ball game in the bottom of the 13th now. Kasowski to continue to Jean Serger. He is 1 for 5 today. A first pitch swing. Come on, Marshall. That's a ground ball. Peraza fields it cleanly this time over to first, and that is 1 away. Kasowski to Deutschmann, who is 0 for 5. A full count. A Kasowski count. And he gets the strikeout. That's 2 away. 4 strikeouts for Kasowski through 2 innings pitched. Isn't too bad. Abraham Toro, who is 2 for 5. It's a first pitch swing. 2 out, no one on. That's down to Vlad. This should be it. Vlad Jr. goes over, and the Blue Jays have gutted out a 13th innings win. Well, there was a lot to like about that win, wasn't there? Pitching was for the most part very good, and Boschet just decided to show up in the top of the 13th and win the game for us. Excellent, excellent stuff. So a quick look at the standings, since I forgot to show you at the start. And there we go. We're sitting at the top of the division. Everything's looking good. The Mavericks, they're not the worst team in baseball, so it's not the worst result there for us at all. But guys, that'll do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And we'll be back next time. There's nothing else. Oh no, there's the international free agents. The 2nd of the 7th, so we'll come back for that, which is Game 2 in Boston against the Red Sox. So I'll see you next time for that one, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been Aussie, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.